course, my video decides to cut out on me. Oh, guys, I wanted to let you know that I am taking appointments from now on my emergency booking link and all the way to May, basically Memorial Day weekend. It's a long story, but let me sum up here. I'm going to be in a wedding, and I got asked to be in kind of at the last minute, so now I'm having to scramble, get a dress, all that stuff. And I am going to have to be meet and greeting with the family, and it's not my wedding. It's a family member, a sibling of mine. They're getting married, and so now, like, I have 2 weeks worth of stuff that I have to hurry up and do now before I have to put it on hold, because I'll be on vacation for that wedding for 2 weeks. I have family members to meet, photos to be in, things to help do. So that being said, that's why my calendar is blocked off the first 2 weeks in June. After that, you're more than welcome to make an appointment with me. If you can't make it for an in-person appointment with me or video in-person appointment with me, like a live video chat, I do recorded video sessions still through the emergency book link, okay? So all I do is I do the reading. You send me your question, and then what I do is I send you a video link that you can watch with the reading and with the cards, and you get to see me shuffling just like I am now. So other than that, guys, oh, and if you'd like to tip me, the tip link and the book link are the same link, okay? So the calendar will show you for the booking, and then the tip link is just down, like, I think at the bottom of the page, but just scroll down, okay? I couldn't move it. I apologize. I tried to move it up, and then I ended up deleting something, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to mess with it. Not right now. So other than that, that's what I have for you. Everything is in the description box down below. So let's see, Pisces, what's coming through for you. Show me, please, for Pisces, my beautiful Sealy Court beings. What is coming through? Whoa, that's a lot. I'm only taking one, guys, so give me a second here. Okay, that's reversed anyway. That one's upright. Awesome. That one's reversed, so I'll not take that one. That one's reversed. And, oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, kind of have some interesting energies here. I know I said I was only going to take one, but this one is special because this one talks about living in the present moment, but yet you also have the card of Serenity here. This is actually a blessing of stability card, but with this card, it's different. It's more or less like you are gaining stability by giving it to yourself. This is also a card of the present moment, but learning how to not control manifestations. I had to have a talk with one of the signs about this not too long ago. And the fairies are kind of giving you both. But the beauty of this card is the minute you accept the blessing of stability, because this talks about permanent stability with housing, and you're able to finally live into that, you get this blessing of spring energy here, living in the moment, which honestly for Easter, this is absolutely perfect to have this card come up, because as we head into Easter, this is the blessing of Lyfia. Now, Easter is actually a fairy holiday. A lot of people don't know that. If you do the research on it, I think it used to be called Osteria, Osteria. Beltane is next month. So this is more or less, this actually has Morgana Lyfia on the card. But I was telling one of the signs that got this last week, and this is based on the book that Amy Brown made several years ago with this painting. This print in particular is one of my favorite prints I never got. But I love it so very much. And she wrote about it being about Morgana Lyfia. And I always feel like this was her in her wild kind of days before she was like bogged down with life and, you know, just come after for. I feel like she, in a sense, was very much wild and free. And if you notice, there are roses on this. Like, I don't know if you can see. I'm sorry about the glare. It's just, this is the best view for me to film in right now. But I love the colors of this so very much. Look at her stave. Look at that. You know, a little bit risque too, by the way, with them tattoos up the hip, and a little bit of, my hair used to look like that, but with the flowers in her hair, true fae being right there. Just beautiful, bridled, impassioned energy of love and wildness and growth. And that's what I love about this card. But that's also about living in the present moment. But this card, Blessing of Stability, is talking about more or less long-term stability. Now, Pisces, I know you've been trying to work on this for a hot minute or two. And I feel like whatever you've been trying to work on, it's been in the works for some time. And finally, with me doing the Fae readings at least, this is becoming more and more boosted, which is great for you because it's like finally, after a long ass time, you guys are being supported. And I know it might seem tough right now. And the reason it's like that is because it's Jupiter doing his job in your sign with Neptune. Neptune has been at least in Pisces since 2017. And I say at least because that's when I noticed he started to take major form. But even years leading up to that I was having major dreams, like to the point that now I work in the astral realm and do dream interpretation. So like that's how expansive these dreams have been with him in there. I don't know what it'll be weird when Neptune moves out of Pisces in 2025 because I don't know what it'll be like for me in the dream world. But I do know that as long as he's been moving in Pisces, it's been very strong. I'm a Pisces rising, so with a Scorpio sun, so Sagittarian sun too. So like literally I have all three gods of the Greco-Roman pantheon in my personality. It's kind of funny if you think about it. I have Zeus, I have Hades, and I have Neptune. all three in there. And then like I have triple Venus in my chart. So it throws people because they like, you guys get me, you know. But it's like I can just laugh with you guys. But here with this card, you know, this is destiny kind of taking its true hold. And what I love about this card, because I have worked with it a little bit, I haven't really been able to expand on it as I've wanted to, but this card is helping me as because it's so funny. The other card that fell out, I've actually worked with this card in the upright, but for you guys, it came out in reverse. It's not ready for you guys to do this yet, but as I've been working with this card, things were at like a stagnant standstill before I started working with this card. Then they started moving fast. Then I finished the lesson, wrapped everything up with this card. And so things have been kind of moving at a glacial pace, but they are moving. And I'm going to go with it's because I have extenuating factors that I am having to deal with in my living situation. People who just don't want me to be happy. People who don't want me to succeed. So they're always like trying to sabotage me. But the Fae beings are coming in to say, you're not going to sabotage her. And like, you're still going to get stability because it's divinely set for you. And the beauty of this is this card is one of those cards. I mean, she's even in a meditative pose where when you start to feel like things are falling apart, go into that moment and take a breath. You know, sometimes there's this exercise that with children, when they start to cry and they get very upset and they're like, you know, like that, you know, like to where they're kind of hyperventilate. There's a thing that people do that I've seen where they say, okay, take a breath. And then, you know, the child is like taking a breath. But instead of just taking a breath, I always count to 3. I always go, we breathe in and we breathe out. Yoga breaths. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that about 3 times, it slows you down to where you can calmly and coherently think about how you're going to move forward now that you know something earth-shattering has occurred, whether you're 10 or 2 or 52 or 25, it still works. And so I would tell you guys that when you do that, I then want you guys go into the meditative state and then use this blessing of long-term stability. Ask and invoke the Fae of long-term stability with the goddess Freya, of course, to show you or in meditation via messages or dreams how they want to help bring stability to you. They'll either tell you directly or they'll tell you in your dream through like a message or some kind of symbology. But believe me, it'll have significance to it because that will be your answer. And then you'll be able to kind of move forward in a bit more confidence. It's so funny because the blessing of movement card is moving, but through silent confidence in this deck, which Virgo got, which is your counterpart, your divine counterpart in terms of partnership energy. And I feel like for you guys, on the other hand, a blessing of stability is something that Pisces, you know one thing is constant, and it's that spirit will always be around us and is a part of life. But everything around you never truly stays the same. Hello, like we come from the ocean, and the ocean is ever changing. We're finding new things about it now every day. But Pisces, I need you to think in a perspective of Virgo a little bit, which is kind of hard for me to ask you, I know. But I need you to hear me out, because Virgo is the one that plans for long-term stability. You, on the other hand, are so mutable, you can fly by the seat of your pants. But in the next coming months, astrologically, what we have going down, you're going to want that stability. You're going to freaking crave it if you don't get it. And so it's like you need to think very hard about what stability it looks like for you, how that behaves, how you behave during stability, because we actually, this is so ironic, we are living in times that are, since 2020, have been the utmost unstable. And I feel like you've been asked to not only look and evaluate what true stability is to you, but you're also being asked to look at your second house, the people who bring that to you and people who bring chaos into your life. And the Fae beings are here to kind of gently remove them out, which is kind of nice. Because when you remove the people who bring chaos to your life, your stability is able to transform and become something permanent. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, when I have these two cards here, even if you can't, let's say, remove people who cause you chaos, okay? Let's say they're a boss and you're like, I'm in a long-term job, I can't. I'm afraid to leave my job. The job market seems good, but it's not, okay? So then what you can do is you can live in the moment. And how we live in the moment with someone who brings chaos is, there's a secret that I have. And essentially, it's telling the universe what I love in that moment. Truly love from the heart. What I love. Gratefulness, yes. That is, showing gratitude is a major part of spirit. You'll see a major return. But when you can say, hey, you know what? I hate this, but I love this. Then spirit is like, oh, let's give them more of what they love. You know what I'm saying? And then you're able to fully live in the present moment. You're able to take your power back from someone who would try to destroy you, and then they cannot destroy you because they can't destroy what you love. They think they can, and those who think they can live in illusion because they're stupid. And because they're not like, and I don't mean to say stupid as in mean, but like they're stupid in low level thinking. Because people who think they can destroy what other people love, they'll never erode that love away from you. You know what I'm saying? They just try to. And the more they try, the harder you'll love something. And the easier it'll be for spirit to just show it. And those people always try to outsmart spirit, which is another reason why I call them stupid. Because Mercury and Sagittarius, they're stupid. because they come from this space of ego that they think they're going to trump spirit. Nobody trumps spirit. If it's one thing I've learned doing this business for 17 years, nobody trumps spirit. Spirit has the last goddamn say. And it's true. Even me. There are times where like I had a friend who's a Taurus. We went to lunch about a month ago, and she was asking me about how I view things in the spiritual world, which I thought was really interesting. And I told her, I said, if it's one thing I've learned in this business and research, because I'm also an art historian, is I've learned with spirituality is that just because I know something doesn't mean I know everything. And in fact, I always end up learning a new lesson. And when I took that perspective, it brings that present moment back into our lives, into your life. And Pisces, I need you to kind of take that attitude, okay? So you can bring in this mystery and enjoy life again. Because I feel like right now, you know, you've been in this creative mode. You've been in the creative apex with magic. You've been going through all these serious passages. But where are you having fun? Where? Tell me where. Don't tell me like in the comments or in my email. Just, this is a rhetorical question. Where are you having fun? First off, are you even really having fun like in your heart? Because if you're like, yeah, I'm at this event and it's okay. That is not fun. Fun is what Sagittarius knows how to do. They know how to turn it up. They're like, turn that music up. Like, let's go to the party. Hey, let's have some cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's it's this weird energy that Pisces, you were kind of asked to exhibit like right before your birthday and around your birthday, and now you were supposed to integrate that and bring it in. And then I think you're still learning how to do that, but you're learning how to do it in a smaller amount. Okay, so congratulations to you though, because, and the true reason you're being asked to do all this now is the astrology is setting you up for a lot that's going to start to happen in your second house, your third house, your fourth house. I mean, we have astrological shit hitting the fan all the way till about July, and then it kind of calms down. But things are going to be changing from now, basically from the next 2 weeks all the way to July. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we got stuff to do. And I need you to be able to learn how to take a breath and enjoy your time. Because if it's one thing I've learned working in this business, especially the last 3 years, is Pisces, I'm going to relate with you. I have never been able to go have fun. In the last 6 years, I've had people hounding my ass about me doing this job. I've had people mess with my money flow about this job. I've had people try to ruin me for just helping people with my job of reading cards all dang day, deny me housing, all kinds of crap. And I have not been able to live a life totally to myself. And now Spirit has shifted me completely from focusing on tarot as a niche to this. I mean, even social media limits me. You know, even social media. Like Mark, whatever his name is, and whatever. I don't need them. The truth is they need me more than I need them. And let's be honest, they need me for stock money with their profiles, right? But the beauty of it is, and I think this is why I was guided to just, you know, I've also had health issues. So it's like, I understand when you have things that are serious. I mean, I've lost housing after housing after housing because I you know, people just don't like what I do. They don't like that I'm giving these high vibrational information, or they think, oh, it's so dark and negative. But if they really got to know me and knew my intentions, that's false. And that's a lie that they tell themselves, because I'm not like that at all. That is their perception of themselves and how they would view the what we do for a living, right? On this channel for me. And so now I found Patreon, and I'm like, well, maybe this is this newfound freedom that financially I've been looking for to go and enjoy the present moment. But what I've learned, especially when this card came up, is how are you ever going to enjoy the present moment if you are not being present in it? Which drove me insane, because it's like, but Spirit, I would be like, but Spirit, like I have all these responsibilities. Like, come on, you gave them to me, you know? And the thing is, the Spirit is like, look, it's great we're taking it seriously, but go have fun. The whole point of coming here isn't just about learning lessons, etc. It's also learning the balance of having fun. One of my mentors was like, yeah, this lifetime is meant to be a vacation. And I was like, vacation? Ha! This is not a vacation. And she was like, well, maybe for you right now it's not. And I was like, oh, valid point. Like, because it could be later on. You know what I'm saying? But you still have work to do. Think of it as like, you are learning the balance between work mode and vacation mode. And those are serious modes to be dealing with, Pisces. So other than that, that is what I have for you. This is all I've got. If you like this reading, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And ring the bell. Also, like I said, if you want to book a session with me, you're more than welcome to do so. My emergency link is down below. The full moon reading already posted on Patreon. The sessions where we go into ritual on how to anchor these two lessons down already on Patreon, which was funny because there was one about, I want to say the present moment or something like that was pulled with that deck in particular for you guys, Pisces. I think so. I did so many. I did them in like a span of 2 days, so my brain is still kind of reeling. And other than that, guys, I love you so much. I will see you next week. Until we speak again, goodbye.